Whoever you are, I know that you are with me and that we are the gift. Everyone has something special that we bring to the world. And I actually had a vision yesterday that, we're each a puzzle piece, right? So in a puzzle, the pieces fit together, but that's only in a certain amount of dimensions. What I actually saw was that we are each a fractal puzzle piece. So that means that every one of us fits together in some specific way. And it's really only a matter of being present together long enough for that divine intelligence to move through us to make the connection. I'm wondering if I might have something to share with you. And that would be my awareness of the beauty in everyone, my faith that you have something uniquely special and divine about you, a very special gift that actually only exists when you exist in your authentic version of yourself, who you truly are. That is where I get to see the miracles that come through you. So everyone has special gifts. We have the five senses and we also have more. So this is what I'm talking about. Like when we go beyond that, that even necessarily like way of interpreting the world just by what we see, but sensing the world, experiencing it. One way to look at this is through the idea of resonance, and the way that we can feel confirmation of truth in the world. There are lots of names for these. It can be like a sparkly feeling. It can be like you get goosebumps, your hair stands on end. You feel like they can be called truth bumps. They can be called angel bumps. They are when we feel the shimmery feeling that really hasn't been talked about as much as I would imagine, for the fact that probably everybody in existence feels them. Not probably, definitely, since they happen when we witness truth. And the lights just flickered. So when you're listening to this, you might be feeling some of that, and your body's having this experience that's confirming to you the reality of what's being shared, that you are uniquely gifted, that you have something special that you're sharing, that you're here to share with the world. You have a divine purpose that is available to you, and as you share it with the world, you're actually making the world such a better place. And it's so important, and it's why you're here. So what am I doing? I am bringing us together as a community, witnessing your gift. Literally, if any of this resonates with you and you're like, oh yeah, I've had this thing where I've had visions before, I've had prophecy. I feel angels right now. I know people who are witnessing this have had that. Somebody has. I feel angels like here, the sparkly feeling here. I feel confirmation. Me personally, I connect with angels like in a really expansive level. I give angel sessions to people. Angel session, not sections of angels, but I don't even know, because it's like it does connect people with different angels when I do the angel connection sessions. And so people are gifted with this, which they can accept or they can not accept, but this connection with specific angels. And then I do micro readings too. Now I just got the input for last night from Faith, who is the divine feminine counterpart from Archangel Michael. And so just, connecting people with the angelic realm. And I think that when we live in our gifts, that is bringing the angelic realm. It's grounding it here on earth. It's what we are truly here to do. We are divine and we are human. Both of those are equally important. We are designed to be 50% human and 50% divine. So it's not that there's anything wrong with being human, and there's not anything wrong with being divine. It's not like divine is like this, like the only way we're supposed to be. If we're human, then that's because we're supposed to experience being human. We're supposed to experience the spectrum of emotion, and to then introduce and integrate the angelic realm or the divine realm into that, and then to weave them together, and not even necessarily by any doing, but just by being present. So I'm definitely going off on a tangent right now of my gift, but what is your gift? You know what it is. You know your experiences that you've had that have been surreal, that have been otherworldly, that have made you say, did this really just happen? Or of course that happened. I knew that happened, but how do I even explain this to somebody? And how do I talk to my mom about this? Or do I? She's not going to believe it, or maybe she'll respond with fear. Okay, maybe I'm going on a tangent again. My own experience. But like other examples could be like knowing what somebody's going to say before they say it. Or it can be that you have a really precise, focused intelligence in some area. That can be an extraordinary gift too, something superhuman. Another one could be you heal people. And in fact, everybody can do that because our bodies are naturally designed to heal. Otherwise, how could we all be doing so great right now? Like, to at least some extent, doing pretty great, like thriving. Our bodies are doing a lot without anybody doing anything about it. The body just naturally is able to function really well. Give it its nutrition, whatever, sunlight, earth, all the stuff, air. So you have a gift, and if you have listened this long, you know what it is, probably. So what I ask from you is to share your story with me. And what I'm going to do is to put it together into a book. And I actually have done this once before. And what happened was that I had a group of people, and it went very quickly. And I created a book of our stories. And then my life completely fell apart. So I just lost touch of it. So I still have like those emails, but it was literally from like 3 years ago. So I'm not sure. It was before I even moved to Austin from LA. And then now I'm back in LA again. But I'm not sure if I should bring those people into this one or just allow this one to organically unfold. But I've already like created the book. I gave access to the people, but I didn't go any further than that. This time I'm going to create the book with everybody's stories. So however much you want to write about your gift, from some people like can sense and actually like stop earthquake or like weather, like extremes. There's all the clairs. We have like clairsentience, clairvoyance, blah, 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 blah. All the different things, all these like superhuman senses. So whatever it is, your story. So you will just email it to me. And then maybe with an image that you've created or an image of yourself or whatever you want, you could go on Pixabay and pick one of those free images. And then I will weave it into a book. Since the last one, I've learned how to publish on Amazon. So I've actually published several of my own books. My most lit one, I actually have two that I'm pretty lit about. One of them is called Heartfelt. It's spiritual guidance for everyone in existence. And then the other one is Awakening, which is a fictional story that has lots of spiritual guidance in it from me, and also some of my like real life experiences. My life just like came together when I wrote that book. It just flowed out really easily. So I have to like stay in frame. So I'll put that, and then I can make a Kickstarter for it and then share what it is, because the idea is to build a community. So the purpose of this is for us to share our gifts. For me, in those last 3 years, I've developed my gifts a lot, and I've found community who are specifically connected with angels. And so this has been really helpful for me, so I can be like really grounded in my space right now and understand the value of community. This is actually kind of designed for people who haven't had a platform or a voice for which to share their gift. Of course, if you do have that, then that's even better, because we can all just come together and empower one another. So, and then we'll see what happens with the Kickstarter. If we make a company for We Are the Gift from this, if it like takes off and it becomes easy and it's like, one step leads to another, then you will have a share in the company if you're part of this group. So I'm not offering pay for this. I'm offering my work to put the book together, publish it, do the Kickstarter, see what comes of it. And then if anybody else wants to invest your work or your talents into marketing or whatever it is, we can come together as one functioning unit to make this take off, to be able to share, because the underlying philosophy is that everyone has a gift, and it's not necessarily the narrative right now that everyone has a gift or that everyone is the gift. The narrative is consume, consume, consume. Profit-based corporations have all of this really powerful advertising that they've put lots and lots of research into to manipulate and take our attention when we're on things like Facebook or whatever, all this stuff. This one is more like a Web 3.0 concept where it's decentralized, so it's not based on any power source that exists right now. It's based on the individuals. And it's funny, that's actually usually typically more like a token economy, and I'm obviously not introducing money in this, but everybody's able to share their gifts to be able to make this take off. So we would function as one unit. There's not really too much for me to gain as an individual as this, other than what there is to gain as all of us. And if the book is published and it starts making a lot of money, it all gets split between us. If it makes like $1, then I don't think that matters that much, but I probably shouldn't even say that because words are very powerful. So it can make more than $1. And another thing is that if you're in the book, you can also purchase the book, and then maybe it could take off that way too, by us purchasing it for friends and family, and then be like, hey, this is my gift. And that could be a way for you to share who you truly are in a supportive blanket of people who also have extraordinary gifts that are beyond the current narrative of what we are as humans, that we're limited or whatever the whole thing is. I don't even want to mention it all. That's not true at all. That's 3D limited perspective, and this is beyond that. This is 5D plus. The angelic realm is like 7D plus. So, and these Ds are dimensions. These are functioning all the time, all around us, as us, through us. So, yeah, it's really exciting. I decided to go ahead and do it. My children's father's like, do this, because he kind of like threw off the first one, and he's like, you got to do it now. You got to get back to it. And every time I've checked in with it, like about the angels, and like checked in when I'm after meditating, and it's like, yeah, do it. We are the gift. Because me, can see your gift. Like, I'm able to see people's gifts. I cannot look at a person and not see a gift. I see them. I know that they exist in there. I've never seen a person without one. People can get lost in stuff, but say if there's darkness around a person or something, this came up in my meditation last night. My connection with the angels was that you can't actually fight darkness with darkness. You can bring light to darkness, and then through that, it becomes light, and then that also illuminates the gifts that exist there. So it's completely liberating and brings about a teamwork for something that used to be seen as other, now is seen as one. It's something else that came up in my reading last night, like a more loving way to say I love you is to say I am you. Because there is a oneness. The word alone is actually a combination of all one. And that L in the middle, I think it stands for love. And it's like unconditional love. We are all one. There's an unconditional love that unites us. And that which will unite us, in my feeling, is God, which can be seen as an acronym, good orderly design or good orderly direction. It's this will of goodness that can move through everything and bring everything in perfect order and bring our two puzzle pieces together in just such a way that it's like whoosh, like this miracle comes through us. So if you want to learn more about me, you can check out my YouTube page or my Instagram or whatever. I'm always posting these days. And also you can learn about Archangel Faith, because I have a very special connection with her. And I'm excited to do this. I will love to hear your gift in love. I understand I'm putting myself out there, making myself vulnerable by doing this. And it's worth it, because I am here with a gift. And this gift is in unconditional love. And so that's just what I'm going to keep going back to. And I'll just keep bringing light, bringing light, bringing light, bringing light. So thank you for listening. If you're here still, then I think you might be part of the team because this is like a 15-minute video. And I love you. I'm excited about what you have to say. If you want to write, I just picked randomly like 500 to 2,500 words. If you want to contribute, and then we can be part of a team and see what everybody has to offer and do this thing, create this new platform. We are the gift to help to illuminate our gifts and bring people out of the spiritual closet and give a platform for people who are doing God's work all the time and like literally not being recognized or else even being persecuted, which I have experienced myself. And I shouldn't even say that because words are powerful, which I've already said. So anyways, we've all had lifetimes of that. And even like the witches of Salem were like midwives and just doing work to help women, and like that happened. And then even look at the example of Christ being put on the cross when he was just doing healing and good and loving work. So we're coming out of those eras of persecution, but it's still, there's like a bit of an undercurrent there, which you may have experienced. And so this is coming up to kind of like dissolve that, to bring light so that none of those shadows can keep happening, and so that we can empower good people like you who are doing real work in the world and need to be recognized, have a voice, be able to speak, be able to share what you're doing, so that everybody who reads this can be like feeling the angel feeling because they're gonna be like, whoa, that's true, whoa, that's true, whoa, this is real, like this is the most interesting book I've ever read. Like these are real people who are literally walking around me at the grocery store, and I like haven't said too many words to them, and then this is what they're doing. Like this is real, and it is real, and you know it's real, and I know it's real. So let's share our real, true stories. There's only room for truth here, and I'm so grateful that you're here, and I love you. I'm excited for you to be a part of this community, and I'm excited for this community to build around us. Thank you so much. And then this came up last night, was all women. Like instead of all men, all women. Ooh, that's an interesting like integrating thing to bring up. We do say that other one a lot. So all women, why not say that? Or namaste or aho. Thank you so much, love.